Someone who knows all about this is Julia Hartley-Brewer, journalist and broadcaster, who is now a mum, Julia, but it did take a few goes, took a while.
It certainly did, yes. 6 years of trying, 5 pregnancies and only 1 healthy baby, yes, due to miscarriage, which was pretty much entirely down to starting too late, as so many women, as we hear in that report, do. 36 is realistically, if you desperately want kids, as I did, too late to be trying to make your family.
Because a term that you don't hear that often, but is still used by some people, is you're a geriatric mother,
yes,
once you're past your mid-30s,
yes,
which surely is enough to scare anyone if they hear that into doing it a bit sooner.
Well, you'd think, wouldn't you? I think so many young women these days are sold this idea that, look, you can have it all, and that's great. I was certainly sold that idea, but you can't have it all at the same time, because careers you can put on hold, but Mother Nature has a habit of just sort of butting in when she's decided you can and can't have a baby. And there is this issue, as we've heard in this report today, and lots of reports in recent weeks, that actually lots of women think that they can start, you know, at 35 or at 40 or at 45, and they can just sort of have a family and it's all going to be easy. And the reality is it isn't. Statistically, it's going to be very, very hard, and they may well end up not having children.
I mean, I know you wouldn't want to change your daughter, of course, but with hindsight, would you have liked to have started sooner and perhaps
Absolutely.
had another one?
Oh, absolutely. My husband and I, neither of us envisaged having an only child, and it was a great source of sadness for us that we couldn't give our child a sibling. And I think a lot of women just don't realise that when they see celebrities on the telly, you know, at 45 with their bouncing babies, often twins, that often, as the report shows, often those babies are from donor eggs. Often they come after sort of 10 rounds of IVF, and that, you know, that it's not easy to do it naturally. And IVF is only successful 1 out of 4 times.
Do you think it's also a factor of our lives? We are control freaks about our lives these days, and we think it's something we can just do when we want it. Instead of taking, as you and I both know as parents, it's a leap of faith whenever you do it.
It is indeed. I mean, and it may be that you might find it difficult to have a baby in your 20s, or you might be able to do it in your 40s. Exactly. The point is, you don't know. And women have been told the last few years, why don't you freeze your eggs, and that will be just fine, and then it's all sorted. I say statistically, that won't sort it. Very unlikely to be successful. Most people who do IVF do not have a baby to show at the end of it. And I think we need to, I suppose, teach our young girls, I certainly will with my daughter who's 8 now, that the facts about fertility rather than the sort of the fiction that you can have it all whenever you want it, because Mother Nature ain't listening, and she's going to decide whether you can or you can't rather than you.
Julia, many thanks indeed.